Welcome to this video from the Final Mind.
We're all talking about AI. It's everywhere, and we've all been sold this incredible story that somewhere deep inside these circuits, inside the code, something is waking up. But what if the biggest story we've been told about AI is actually the biggest lie? And that's the truth, hiding right there in plain sight. It's not a mind being born, it's something else entirely.
The real threat isn't some sci-fi fantasy of rogue robots. No, the danger is far more subtle. It's quieter. It's already here, hiding behind a lie that, let's be honest, we kind of want to believe.
You know the feeling, right? You're having a conversation with a modern AI and it feels real. It gets your jokes. It apologizes when it's wrong. It feels like there's something on the other side of that screen looking back at you. So we believe it. We believe that somewhere in the machine, a digital mind is slowly opening its eyes. And this is the disconnect, right here. On one side, we have our expectation, a conscious mind full of thoughts and feelings ready to emerge. But on the other side, you have the reality. And the reality is a breathtakingly sophisticated, pattern-matching machine. It isn't thinking, it's predicting. Okay, so to really get our heads around this, we need to just toss out that whole digital brain metaphor. It's not helping. The best way to understand what AI actually is to think of it not as a mind, but as a mirror. Or even better, let's think of it as a parrot.
Just go with me on this. Picture a parrot. But this isn't just any parrot. This one is special.
Imagine this parrot has been exposed to everything. Every book ever written, every post on the internet, every scientific paper, every forgotten love letter. Trillions and trillions of words. It has absorbed the entire sprawling pattern of human language. And here is the crucial point, the most important part of this whole thing. The parrot doesn't know what the word love means. It has never felt sadness. It has zero, and I mean zero comprehension of the words it's repeating. All it is a master of probability. It is just extraordinarily good at the game of what comes next. So when you say, the sky is, it knows, statistically, that the perfect word to say next is blue. Not because it's seen the sky, but because it's seen that pattern millions and millions of times. That parrot, that's a large language model.
Okay, so we have the parrot analogy. Now let's peel back the curtain a little and look at how this machine actually works. Because the reality is, in some ways, even more bizarre than the fiction. First things first, you got to understand the basic building block. AI doesn't really see words the way we do. It sees things called tokens. Think of them as little chunks of text, a word or even just a piece of a word that it can turn into numbers to do its math.
The process is basically three big steps. First, there's the feast. The model just gobbles up a ridiculous amount of our digital world. Trillions of tokens. Then comes the game. Over and over again, billions and billions of times, it just plays one simple game, predict the next token. And this is where things get really weird, because by just playing that simple game, complex abilities like logic, reason, even grammar, they just emerge spontaneously.
But I really need you to get this. There's no aha moment. There's no inner voice thinking it through. There is only a cold, lightning-fast calculation. Based on every pattern I have ever seen, what token is statistically most likely to come next. That's it. It's the most sophisticated autocomplete ever built.
So if it's just a fancy autocomplete, a prediction machine, why does any of this matter? What's the big deal? Well, it matters because our belief that it's a mind, that belief is precisely what makes it so dangerous. The lie itself is the weapon.
It really makes you wonder, right? How did we all end up here, so collectively convinced that these prediction machines are about to wake up? Well, it's not some grand conspiracy. It's more of a perfect storm of powerful forces.
For one, we've been primed by decades of Hollywood stories about thinking machines. Then you have some very clever marketing from Silicon Valley. But the deepest reason, it's psychological. It's us. We have this built-in tendency to see a mind in things, even when there isn't one. We're actually hardwired to believe the lie. And this is where the whole story just flips on its head. The real danger, it was never about AI starting to think like us. The real danger is that we will stop thinking because of AI. It's not about what the machine becomes, it's about what we become in its presence. The most immediate risk is something a lot quieter than an apocalypse. It's the slow, steady outsourcing of our own thought.
Every time we let an AI write our email, draft our argument, or help form our opinion, the muscle of our own mind gets just a little bit weaker. We risk becoming passive consumers of a reality generated by a machine.
So, this brings us to the final and maybe the most critical question of all. When we look at this technology, when we strip away the hype, the fantasy, and the fear, what are we actually looking at?
You see, this is the idea that reframes the entire debate. Believing AI is a mind makes us passive. It stops us from asking the really hard questions like, who benefits from this? Who's in control? What was it designed to do? The challenge isn't to figure out how to manage some future machine consciousness. The challenge is to manage ourselves, right here, right now.
In the end, AI is just a mirror. A massive, complex, sometimes distorted mirror reflecting all of humanity back at us. Our genius, our creativity, but also our flaws, our ugliness, our biases. So the next time you get an answer from an AI, don't just ask if it's right. Ask yourself, what part of me, what part of us is this reflecting? Because the most important conversation we can have about AI isn't with the machine at all. It's with ourself.
Thank you for watching. To view similar videos in future, do not forget to subscribe.